We do want to turn now to our weather alert because that has turned into the big story of this morning because we're dealing with a dense fog advisory through 10 a.m. this morning. This is a tweet from overnight from the National Weather Service out in Wilmington, Ohio, showing a little bit more about that and saying visibility is down to a quarter mile or less. So definitely be very careful about that fog that we're seeing out there. We're also seeing a lot of tweets from local schools saying, hey, 2-hour delays, friends, so just be forewarned, letting students know that you can maybe sleep in just a little while longer. And so you see more of those schools that are calling those 2-hour delays scrolling right now at the bottom of your screen.
So definitely be careful, especially if you're driving, with children all around. I know when I was going to work super early this morning, I did see a deer. It was like hiding. It was like my biggest fear. You see a deer in the fog. And luckily it was off to the side, but just you can't see it until you're right there.
Yeah, and same goes for the deer. Deer in the headlights. Well, they can't really see your headlights because it's foggy out. So again, just due to the fact that we had some rain over the past couple days, things finally starting to cool off a little bit to where we're seeing that fog really form. I wouldn't be surprised if we were to see this linger well through this morning, and a good chance we see some fog tomorrow. Not to get the kids excited about potentially another 2-hour delay tomorrow, but it looks like we will still see some of that fog linger. This is going to be the worst of it, I do believe, for the course of the week. But we are looking at some visibility out there, even less than a few hundred feet with some of those dense fog advisories that are in effect, and you can clearly see not a whole lot from our 10 TV tower camera. Again, a little bit higher into the air, so again, not seeing as much visibility, especially near the surface, but you can see over in Licking County and Cambridge, pretty much everyone is dealing with fog. If you saw rain over the past couple days, there's a good chance you're going to be dealing with some fog. We do have these dense fog advisories in effect across central and northeastern Ohio, including southeastern Ohio as well, in Muskingum County. But again, even those that aren't included, you're still looking at some dense fog in spots. We haven't seen any changes with our sensor in Circleville, where it's still looking less than a 1/10 of a mile visibility. So anywhere you're seeing those decimal places, again, you're going to see a lot of areas dealing with fog kind of periodically through this morning. These advisories will be in effect until 10 o'clock, but I wouldn't be surprised if this fog were to linger well through the mid-morning, especially the fact that we have this other system, which is going to be moving to the east, but it's actually bringing some cloud coverage already across central Ohio. That's actually going to help to keep things cooler through the course of the day for us, but ultimately it's also going to be aiding to the fact that it might take a while for the sun to really warm us up to help dissipate a lot of this fog out there. And clearly another thing coming into play this morning is the fact that it is much cooler, anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees. You're certainly going to want to have that jacket on, especially for the kids, as many other locations are actually into the mid-30s. You might even need a winter coat for some of those kids out at the bus stop. Up in Mount Vernon, it's 37 degrees, 39 in Delaware, 43 here in Columbus, 43 in Circleville, 51 in McConnellsville, 46 down in Jackson, and 44 in Piketon. So again, some more variety, a little bit warmer or less cold down to the south, where we are seeing some of those clouds already showing themselves down there. But we're going to continue to see the clouds gradually lift to the north as we head into this afternoon. Temperature-wise, slowly into the 60s today. I think especially with the fog, the clouds, it's going to take a while for us to get out of the 40s into the 50s, and then heading into the afternoon, we'll still make our way into the 60s, but it's going to be a little tough, especially with the clouds, possibly looking at mostly cloudy skies as models are projecting for us for today. Highs, though, back in the low to mid 60s, so it's going to end up being an unseasonably warm day again for us. Yesterday's high came in at 64. We'll see similar numbers to that as we head into this afternoon, and then clearing back out quickly as we head into tonight. And as I mentioned, good chance we might see some more patchy fog heading into the overnight as those temperatures fall back in the low to mid 40s. And then tomorrow, afterwards, looking at some of that fog lingering into the morning hours, we will also be looking at some warmer weather coming our way. Highs near 70 degrees for your Thursday. And we're not going to stop there. We're climbing into the mid 70s heading into the weekend. A pretty mild weekend for us, but we're also going to be watching our next chance for rain as we head into the day on Saturday. That's going to be mainly later at night, bringing rain across central Ohio into the overnight, and then morning hours on Sunday. Most of the rain will be done with by 12 o'clock on Sunday. This particular model showing things pretty clear by around 10 o'clock, but I wouldn't be surprised if we were to see maybe a little more rain linger into the morning on Sunday. Other than that, things will be drying out nicely for us as we head into the early part of the week and staying fairly mild. We will cool off, though, as we head into your 10-day forecast, but just looking at the next several days, again, mostly cloudy today. We're going to stay rain-free, but we're also going to be looking at some of that rain returning later over the weekend, Saturday night into the day on Sunday, and then finally starting to cool off, returning to more near average numbers as we head into the latter half of next week.